The Acting Out podcast. This is it.
For our acting careers?
Fuck, what careers?
One of them involves a bigger penis.
Drink some brewskis.
I woke up at 9 in the morning and you guys were already drinking.
Do you think that maybe we're alcoholics?
It's not that bad.
It's supposed to be really bad.
Okay, well then that's just fucked.
Thank you for sharing.
No problem.
I'm gonna go kill myself.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do that, but...
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
Oh, well, it's fucking pointless.
It's very artsy.
I guess, yeah. Quite pathetic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Acting Out podcast.
That's it. Here it is. We are here to talk shop about a movie we have seen recently. These guys have seen it twice. I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
Yep, it's called Sinners.
Sinners.
They think that they're better than me because they've seen it twice. Like they're some kind of fucking cinephiles. But, you know, I only have the time to see it once. Sorry, what do you want from me?
Okay, I'm sorry. I had multiple groups of friends that wanted to see it.
Okay, and now you have more friends than me. Okay,
Oh,
so
fuck
you've got
him.
more time and you have more friends.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Fuck Trevor, right?
Yeah, man.
I don't know why I
Oh,
bother.
crack him.
Oh, crack 'em.
Don't even know why I bother.
Crack a cold one.
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
Michael B. Jordan. Dynamic duo, much like Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie.
Did he only direct Creed 1?
Yes, that is
Or
correct.
3?
No, just one.
Just one.
Okay, Shay knows for sure, so we're going to go with what Shay's saying. He did Ryan Coogler pretty much. Oh, yeah, didn't Michael B. Jordan direct the third?
Yes, he did. Yes.
Ryan Coogler really kind of built that world, though. Like, he was the one that kind of came with that idea, I think, and then just fleshed it out and made it what it like allowed 2 sequels
Yes.
to be out of
Yeah,
that.
I think he's still got like producer or story credits on the other
Okay,
two.
yeah.
Right off the bat, Michael B. Jordan, phenomenal actor.
I can't even begin to say enough about how much I love watching this guy. You know, I first saw him on the TV show Parenthood.
Oh, I never saw that show.
It's
a bit of that,
if
then.
you've never seen the show, I highly recommend it. It's an incredible ensemble cast. The stories are great. The writing's awesome. It's a phenomenal show. But he has an arc in one of the seasons for like maybe 8 episodes, 10 episodes.
Oh, really?
And I remember watching Parenthood and being like, who the fuck is this guy? He's phenomenal. And then he goes on to have this incredible career.
That seems to happen with all actors that you notice in small roles, and you're like, they stood out the most.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, they're in every
You're
single
like, holy
movie.
shit. I had that with Michael B. Jordan. I first saw him in Chronicle. Remember that?
Oh my
the
God.
found
Oh, yeah,
footage?
Chronicle was
He was
good.
like the very charismatic student council friend.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
remember being like, this guy's fucking good.
You know who else was
Yeah.
like? Sorry to interrupt, Trevor. Another actor in the last couple of years that's like that is the guy from Stranger Things. Did the Rock song.
Oh, Eddie.
Eddie.
And now he's the
Now he's
Human
in
Torch.
every
Oh, yeah,
single
yep.
movie. But you knew he was going to be a huge actor after that. Like, he stood out so much in that series that it was insane.
He was in Quiet Place and Gladiator too. Yeah, he's whoa shit.
There is this thing that like just people have it. It's that intangible, I guess was what they'd call the it factor, but it's like you just, when you're watching them, you're transfixed, and when they speak the dialogue, they're in that character. It's just you just feel it. There's just something different about
Yeah,
them.
Paul
Yeah.
Dano is like that too.
100%. Yeah. You know what movie I think is still my favorite of his is Girl Next Door.
Oh yeah, he's good.
think
in that.
I've never seen it.
He's the loser.
You've never
friend.
seen Girl Next Door?
Was that with Alicia Cuthbert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. No.
Dude, Steven Spielberg called up the director of that movie and said, "I just got to tell you, I saw your movie Hotel here. I turned it on. It's fantastic."
Yeah, that movie was a
Imagine
hit.
getting that call.
I mean, wow. Okay, I don't want to talk too much about Girl Next Door. It's one of my favorites. It's fucking flawless. It's so funny. Timothy Oliphant
Okay, yeah.
is incredible in
he's
it.
scary.
Shit,
in
I
it.
gotta watch this. I just kind of saw. Thought it was
He's
just
very intimidating
Yeah.
in it. And then Emil Hirsch is the main guy.
Yeah.
But it's one of those movies that on the surface is just like an R-rated comedy, but they infused it with so much heart.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that might have been why I stayed away from it because I'm like,
No, it's really
kind of
good.
like a jerk off kind of comedy. But if it's actually got heart,
Jerk-off comedy.
Yeah.
Another
fucking down.
Another actor is that guy from Ex Machina, Dominic
Oh,
Gleeson.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Oh, Donald Gleason?
Donald Gleeson. Yeah.
Is that? Yeah, he's a guy that was always in small roles, and you're like, he's better than.
I don't remember seeing him in small roles. I think I really
Black
remember
Mirror?
him Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then he blew up, and he was in every major movie.
Well, now
Star Wars.
he's leading the Office spinoff, The Paper.
Oh, really?
It comes out on Peacock this fall. It sounds like I'm a fucking NBC exec.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a spin-off of The Office. It's about a small town newspaper that's really struggling, and it's set in the same world, so we're probably going to see some crossover characters.
That's awesome.
That's interesting.
Okay, back to Sinners.
Oh
Back
yeah,
to
Michael B.
Sinners.
Jordan. I do like we've seen the twin thing done a lot in movies, but I just feel like this was
You
one
could
of the
tell
best.
the difference between the twins.
Yeah,
That he was so good at
it was
acting.
such
that.
like two different characters with different motivations, but you could tell they were brothers. Like it was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
The work he did.
Yeah, the differentiation between the two, you didn't need like one of them to be wearing a colorful jacket and the other one to be shirtless. You didn't need like these stark differences between them in terms of aesthetics to really get that they were two different people
Yeah.
played by the same guy, which was incredible.
Because they did have their own aesthetic, but you could tell it was like a character choice.
Yes.
It wasn't like to show the audience.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, he likes green. Like, yeah, or he likes wearing his hat like that. I don't know. It was cool.
Yeah, it wasn't a lazy way out.
Yeah.
Which I really liked. I just go ahead.
Sorry, no, go.
I was gonna say like this movie is what I really appreciate about certain filmmakers in that this is a story that's unfolding in front of you, and they're not going to spoon feed you the answers to questions that are percolating as the movie's progressing.
Yeah.
You are going to either catch it or you're not, but you're really just watching this thing unfold. And it didn't feel like there was any dialogue that was there just to serve the audience, just to catch them up to speed with anything. Like when we know pretty quick, we understand pretty quick that these guys were from here and they left and they've done
They're
something.
gangsters.
Yeah. And there's just like little clues in
and
the
they're in
dialogue,
World War-
but it's not
it's not hitting you over the head with
Yeah.
it. It's very. I mean, it's
And
very.
they were in World War One and they survived. That's insane.
Yeah, to me, it's very much like how Christopher Nolan's movies work and how they unfold. And Ryan Coogler, to me, is another director, much like Christopher Nolan, where I don't care what the movie's about. I don't care who is in it. If Ryan Coogler either wrote it, co-wrote it, or directed it, I'm
He
in
cemented
line opening
himself
weekend.
as the echelon director.
100%. He's to me, he's on that tier. He's on that tier with Spielberg. He's on that tier with Christopher Nolan. Like he's on that tier with like Greta Gerwig is another one. If she's directing it, I'm
Totally.
seeing it. Like he's flawless in what he has envisioned for a film, and the execution is like almost second to none.
I know.
The culture and soul of
he
the film was
nailed
amazing.
That. It really felt that
To
era.
show the African American culture in that time.
It had such a specific vibe is almost too watered down of a word, but you're right. It felt like I was transported to a very specific time and a very specific place with very specific viewpoints and experiences that were unfolding and have had happen, and I'm just being dropped in for this one day in it.
Exactly, like when you first meet the blues singer who's just busking on the side of the street.
yeah, Dude.
And just that everything, his whole monologue and everything. Yeah, I just felt like I was there. I was seeing the things he was saying, like talking about.
Yeah, you actually took a time machine back to that time.
I'm ashamed I don't know that actor's name.
know.
But
he's in everything.
he was so good in The Core.
Oh my god.
The Core and Get Shorty. Did you?
Yes, yeah, Get Shorty, another great one. But yeah, speaking of actors, when you see them, you're just like, why is this guy so good? The Core is just on the surface, it's a disaster movie. It's like Armageddon. It's
It'd be
like
fun
Deep
to be
Impact.
a big actor and have fun filming that for a few months.
No, for
For sure, but I don't think that movie was. That movie came out in the sweet spot of films where it was like, oh, you guys have an idea for a movie that we're going to take a flyer on and it's going to cost us a lot? Yeah, sure, we'll make it.
Well, they got a ton of huge actors in it. Stanley Tucci.
Stanley Tucci's and Aaron Eckhart.
Yeah.
Those are
Aaron
the,
Eckhart was massive. at
Hilary
that point.
Swank.
Yeah, so she just
DJ
won an
Qualls.
Oscar.
Yeah, but had she won the Oscar already?
Yeah, I think she had. Yeah,
Yeah, her first Oscar.
I mean, yeah, and it was just like one of
Boys
those,
Don't Cry.
Yeah.
But the movie's plot, I mean, like no one's swinging for the fences for the Academy Awards here. You know, that movie.
No, but they're having fun. Imagine that. Oh, I'll do that movie and get paid $5 million.
I remember specifically him in that movie being like, this guy's fucking incredible. Like, I'm hanging on to every word. And then to see him pop up at the beginning of this movie, I went, oh, we're in for a treat here.
Yeah, he's so fucking good. Oh my god.
It's hard to explain this movie to someone who isn't into movies or didn't see a trailer, because you go, well, it's about these two brothers that come back to their hometown and they're looking to set up a club,
a juke joint.
Yeah,
and
speakeasy.
then
It's like a speakeasy.
and then vampires show up, and you're like, what? Because like this
But
is,
it wasn't really sorry to interrupt.
No.
you. The thing I loved about it is it wasn't focused solely around the vampire aspect.
No, not at all.
That was a small part of it.
We don't even get introduced to that idea till the end of the first act.
Yeah.
It's like
Not even-
30 minutes in, 40 minutes in.
And then the vampires don't pour it on until the last 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's just again, it's about these characters, and it's a bit of a horror movie. There's some comedy in there. It's fucking
horny. It's a horny
It's
movie.
a horny movie. It's
Holy
steamy
shit.
as hell.
Yeah.
You could tell I was struggling for the word there. I was like, do I call it sexy? I don't like.
Sultry.
It's like
sensual.
It is fucking hot.
Yeah,
Like
the
there's-
characters are horny and they want to fuck.
Ew.
and the way that they infuse the music, like right at the beginning, that little excerpt we get from her talking about how music has the power to transcend and teleport and bring people together.
It's so
and
true, though.
It is, and then the way it's utilized in this, that shot going
scene,
around the
yeah,
barn.
yeah.
That's some of the best
where there's
filmmaking I've seen.
All these
Yeah.
different ethnicities and cultures and times of dance and music, and they're all being fused together because he has this incredible voice.
Yeah.
And it's just it's able to transcend everything.
He's awakening the dead.
Apparently, the composer of the movie did that song live as they were filming it. He was coming up with the beats as they were doing it.
Yeah, and that's
I was like, what?
And to me, like that just showcases, well, the talent that Ryan Coogler, I guess, collects or recognizes and then brings to the table. But it also shows how fucking adept he is at recognizing how to get the best out of something or someone.
And the fact that they brought down the house, how it metaphorically
burn
to burn the barn down because it was so good. The music was so good.
Yeah.
It brought-
I mean, and
That
I guess
brings the vampires over. Yeah.
and like shout out to Warner Brothers for, I don't know if it's taken a flyer when it's Ryan Coogler, but it's an original script.
It's
It's
a
not
passion project,
It's not
yeah.
like a Black Panther, right? It's
Yeah.
not like a Marvel movie where you have a built-in audience.
Same with Creed, because Creed still had the Rocky Balboa.
Exactly.
thing.
Yeah. Like this is just basically Ryan Coogler going, I don't know if this is gonna work, but it's something I want to make. And Warner Brothers goes, well, we trust that you can cook something up pretty good. So
What was his first movie before?
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah,
Oh, I never saw
that
it.
was pretty good.
Yeah, that,
remember-
with Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
I never saw it.
that was one of the first movies I saw with Michael B. Jordan too. I think. Yeah.
The shots in this movie too, the way that they utilize, because a lot of movies, I think, if they're at a certain budget, we'll go, let's film it in IMAX. It'll be, we'll be able to get that prestige because it's IMAX. Shout out to Canadian-made IMAX, by the way.
Yeah.
IMAX is Canadian?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah. Another feather in our hat, another feather in our toque. But the way that he utilizes the aspect ratio changes, like when the barn,
I get fellatio at a high ratio.
there it is. When the barn doors open and the vampires start pouring in, and the aspect it doesn't flip. The bars just slowly start to disappear.
Yeah.
And we get that change. It's not just a trick. It's not just, hey, cool, we can fill up a screen. It feels like something's happening. Like it actually. It changes the engagement of the audience, and it changes the way that we're experiencing what's happening next.
So true, because I feel like that's how the characters would be. They would be on high alert all of a sudden. Like their eyes would widen.
Yeah.
Almost.
Totally.
So it feels that way
Well,
for
yeah,
the
'cause
audience
now
too.
you're fucked.
Now you're fucked.
It's in so many ways.
Yeah.
And
Jesus.
and the dance scene when he's singing this Irish tale song.
Oh,
my
yeah,
God,
yeah.
And he's dancing, and all of them are dancing
They're
around him.
perfectly in sync.
Yeah, that was
so
fucked,
good.
dude.
It was it was actually funny too.
Yeah.
There's some moments that were hilarious.
And that's the thing about like a movie like this. Like it's genre defying. Like you can't. It's like it's a horror. There's some comedy stuff in it. There's some action stuff in
Period
it. It's a
piece.
drama.
Yeah.
Like there's just so many different things. I think that's like the more specific you get, the more relatable it becomes.
All the actors were
Yeah.
good too, even the side actors.
Yeah, and this was so specific. Like, obviously, not to my own experiences moving through the world like that, but watching this, you just it's the thing that transcends culture, kind of like the dance. Like, it is just human experiences. And then when you're talking about vampires, that sounds completely out of whack and weird. But when you see this movie, that's what like the emotions it invokes.
Yeah, because they do the typical vampire tropes, like not being allowed. You got to be invited in and stuff like that. But what I like that he added that when you get taken over by a vampire, you also gain the memories of. So
like
it
a
makes,
hive mind.
It makes it so much like
Yeah, they
And
went
for the loved ones, that would make it so much worse. Like
Yeah.
for the store
Yeah.
owner who loses her husband.
They
goes
were
to the
so
car.
good.
Yeah, they were good too, yeah.
And like you could see her pain. Like I kind of understood why because I was like, she knows that they all have her memories.
Yeah.
They know where her kid is. They know these things.
Yeah, it's
Like,
fucking dark. Like a lot of the tactics
and
that they use were
that villain
dark.
was good too.
So good.
Yeah, what's he been in?
I don't know, but he's
He's,
one of those
um,
actors. But
I've
he's-
seen him in something.
He's in a
He's
Amazon
Irish.
series,
Oh,
the
there it
War
is.
one.
He's Irish, right?
the Amazon War series.
Yeah, it's Guy Ritchie produces it.
Oh.
What the fuck is it called?
I know what you're
Oh, it had the 2 seasons, right?
Yeah,
Rogue.
Rogue Soldiers.
No.
Rogue.
Nation. No.
No, Rogue something.
No, Rogue Nation's Mission Impossible.
Rogue Heroes.
Rogue Heroes.
Yes,
Is
I
that
saw.
it?
I
Is it
saw.
Heroes?
Rogue Heroes.
Okay.
I saw the first season. It's really good.
I saw it too, and my brother said you should watch the second season. I said okay, well, and he said he didn't like it. I was like, why should I watch it then? So I haven't watched it yet.
I
The first
watched.
season was amazing.
I watched the first 2 episodes of the second season. That actor is very one note. You kind of get tired of it.
So is that maybe the writing then?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the
I
writing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
okay.
made him go because he was so popular in the first one. They went way too heavy.
Oh, they used too much of the spice.
Yeah, yeah.
So they had a great dish, and then they went, oh, everyone liked that part of it. Let's
Oh
just
yeah,
add more.
I'm talking
and
every single episode. He has some speech he does, and you're like, okay,
We get it?
enough with
Yeah.
him giving the
It's
speeches.
like the actor from Sex Education's in that. That's a tremendous actor, by the way.
I don't know who that is.
Which one?
Did you guys watch Sex Education?
I have.
I
yeah.
saw the first season.
The bully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's great. The
He-
principal's son.
Yeah. He's in
Rogue
Rogue
Heroes?
Heroes.
He's
And
great.
He's phenomenal.
He was in
he's
Barbie,
lead.
right? All of a sudden, I just remembered he was one of the
No
fucking
way, was he?
Mattel workers.
Oh,
Yeah, he definitely was.
okay. I don't remember that.
I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't remember him at all.
I've watched Barbie quite a few times. So
I have it on 4K. I don't think I've ever watched it in 4K though. I
it
should.
looks pretty good. Yeah.
I bet it does.
Oh yeah.
I bet it does. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Also,
Yeah.
his girlfriend in it, or his love interest,
What are we talking about?
the
Sinners?
voodoo
Sinners?
lady, yeah, in Sinners.
Oh yeah.
She was so good in that. But I remember watching her in Loki, and I was like, oh, she's bad. But I guess she,
That
Again,
wasn't the
could
same
be-
actress, was it?
yeah,
It
same
was,
actress.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
From Loki.
Yeah. So I
She
think
was
she
incredible in
I
Sinners.
think she like really got better as an actress.
Either that again, or it's the material. Because I didn't even recognize that as the same actress.
Yeah, yeah.
Holy shit, she was good in Sinners.
Yeah,
She
I think
was
she just.
incredible.
I think that was probably one of her first roles in Loki.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be.
And
it
then you
could-
see someone get better at their
Yeah, chicken or
craft.
the egg. Who knows? But
And
was
also
pretty-
just
she
the
was lights
script of
out.
Sinners, though, like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just.
But she was
imagine
pretty
getting
bad
that.
in Loki.
yeah, I did not enjoy that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like this is one of those movies where I want. I have Oppenheimer. I have the whole series of Succession. I have like the books of the script. I would love to have this script.
Me too.
I would just love to read it because it's just everything about
You
it.
gotta
Soup to
laminate it,
nuts. No, I'm not gonna laminate it.
And like especially, just nothing's wasted. Like every moment
Every
to
scene,
moment,
yeah.
it's this like everything makes sense. Everything leads into the next.
and
so
the fact that it's a
perfect.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
one day.
Like the whole movie takes place over the course of a day.
Yep.
And what's her face from Hawkeye? Josh Allen's fiance.
Hawkeye.
Yeah, why can't I think of her name?
Hawkeye.
I know, yeah.
Oh, the main actress.
Yeah. Why can't I think of her name right now?
She was good in it.
Are you talking about Hailee Steinfeld?
Thank you,
Hailee
Hailee
Steinfeld,
Steinfeld.
yeah,
I'm talking about, Who else
Yeah.
am I talking about? We've talked about everyone else.
Yeah, I know. That's true. Hailee Steinfeld.
She,
was just, woof.
I've never thought that she was a bad actress by any
No, but
stretch of the imagination.
It was her coming of age film.
Like she was great in Bumblebee. She's in Bumblebee,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She's great in Bumblebee.
But this one, she was finally a woman. That sounds
Okay,
creepy.
that's fucking
There you go, there you
creepy
go.
as hell, dude.
But she was always.
That's so
She's a
fucking
woman
creepy.
now.
But her first role, she was 14.
I
Yeah.
feel like she.
It was kind of like, for me, it was like Leonardo DiCaprio. I didn't take him seriously in his younger films, and then as soon as he did Departed, he was like a man now.
I feel like I.
Okay.
I feel like I underestimated how good she was as an actress because the movies she was in were so high profile.
She got an Oscar
Yeah,
nomination
yeah.
at 14.
I know, but we've talked about this a bit before. When you're a child actor, transitioning to an adult actor
yeah.
is very difficult
did it
and
right.
two different things completely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you have a pool of 14-year-olds competing for that role. The amount that are going to be naturally and genuinely good and talented is small to begin with, and then you're kind of, or at least for me,
But her dialogue.
I'm more easily blown away by a kid actor that's able to do well.
Her dialogue in that film
Yeah,
that she got
yeah.
nominated in, I don't know why I can't.
The Lovely Bones.
No, Edge of 17?
No.
I don't know.
What movie am I thinking?
Lovely Bones was Saoirse Ronan. Right?
Jeff Bridges, country.
Oh, True Grit.
True Grit. Yes.
Yeah, of course.
She got nominated for that, and her dialogue was insane in that. Like she had like 5-page monologues every scene.
Yeah, but I feel like monologues can also sometimes be a bit of a cheat.
Really?
Where they're always impressive. Like to watch someone do a monologue or say a monologue or perform a monologue, you're kind of like, you're already blown away by the fact it's a monologue. And then a 14-year-old is like, oh, so like it again for me, I'm like, I've never seen True Grit. I'm not like into westerns. But,
it's good.
But
it's Coen Brothers.
Yeah. And I love the Coen Brothers, and I love Jeff Bridges. But watching someone do that, I feel like you're not putting your best foot forward, but it's just easy to appreciate what it is for what it is rather than the acting.
I see what you're saying. Like in Sinners, it's just like little dialogue and like the essence of that she's bringing and stuff.
Fucking lights out.
Yeah.
What, hot, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, sure. That I meant her performance, but yeah, that too. I mean, you get two people like Hailee Steinfeld and Michael B. Jordan in a scene together. It's like, hey, it's not even fair. Like, who am I supposed to compare myself to?
I'm just soaking. I had to wear Depends.
The fucking Cineplex guy walking across to check the lighting. Like that's who I'm comparing myself to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she was.
I had boxes full of spunk.
Huh?
There it is.
Sorry, I had to throw it out.
Yeah, no,
That's
why
pretty
not?
good though. We went a while without talking about cum.
Yeah, good
even
for
though
you,
this
buddy.
is a horny movie. So that's good.
But yeah, like seeing what she was able to do in a movie like this that wasn't relying on a big studio property behind it. Yeah, I guess I'm the stupid one, but seeing her in this, I went, holy fuck! Like she's actually on another level.
I think it was
it
was a coming of age film for her.
No,
I don't
wouldn't
think
that
so.
be
I think it was.
like Edge of 17? Like that's
No, she
literally
was
a coming of age.
You mean career-wise?
Career-wise, yes.
Oh,
I think career-wise, a lot of idiots like myself will be like kind of like awakened to the fact that
this was her first
unreal.
adult film.
She is unreal.
Think
is it
about
her
it.
first adult film?
Yeah, every other movie she did before that was all.
I mean,
she was a
guess so.
teen.
You're not making a bad point here. I mean, look at Hawkeye. Like that just came out last year, or the year before, and she was the young kid that was getting trained up. Yeah, Bumblebee
Edge of 17.
Yeah,
Cool. So
This is her first adult film.
which is crazy because she's been working for over a decade now.
Yeah.
And then this is the first one where it's like, oh, you're an adult.
Yeah.
Like you're an adult person in this story.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like,
She was great.
just soup to nuts. This movie was unreal, and I find myself randomly thinking about it. And we saw 3 weeks ago,
Yes.
something like
You
that.
randomly think about it?
Well, I'm like, man, remember that shot? I'm like,
The
oh my
movie
God.
or Hailee Steinfeld you're just rubbing?
Well,
Nice.
Michael B. Jordan, interchangeable, my friend.
Yeah, he was also fucking.
Interchangeable. I get this question asked me by lecherous gentlemen at work. They go like, "Oh man, what's it like to work with so many good-looking women?" And I'm like, I've talked to them. I immediately, if I see someone that's good looking, if we interact and there's just something that's not it, immediately the attraction goes plummeting.
Okay.
Are you saying that all your coworkers are?
So as soon as you talk to someone,
not yeah, basically. But no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like for me, looking at a gorgeous person on screen, they're a dime a dozen. Like everyone's gorgeous on screen. That's part of the reason they're there. Maybe the main reason they're there.
but it's like performance is what
Yes,
elevates
it's
it.
it's the talent. It's it's what they're able to do with that role. That I'm like, oh man, I'm Twitter pated right now.
Yeah. Oh God.
I remember what
Meanwhile, Dave's just like, how low cuts the shirt? I'm in.
Vince Vaughn in Be Cool was making fun of the receptionist. It was like crazy hot, and she always makes fun of him.
He referenced Get Shorty and Be Cool.
Yeah, I know.
Over 2 episodes.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Be Cool, and then he says, hotness only lasts for a while. You better have a personality.
That's exactly it, though. It's true. And even if your hotness is still lasting, it's it doesn't get you that as far as it used to. I don't think.
Yeah.
Well, at least not for me, but I'm an idiot, so who knows?
But yeah, no, I agree. Like Michael B. Jordan at the end when he's shooting those KKK members, he's got that tank top on with the Tommy gun. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, his muscles are pulsating.
That is actually, thank you for bringing that up. That's the only thing about this movie I did not like.
When they went
muscles?
hard action there?
The marketing.
Oh, yeah, they showed that.
The marketing for this movie made it seem like it was one thing, and that was like an action movie, and they were taking on
I think they wanted to
gangs
do that.
or people. Yeah, and I get it. Like they want to get people in the theater, and how
Yeah, it
else
had
are you gonna
nothing
do
to do with that at all.
But it was so far removed, I feel, from like the poster and the trailers that
I think that's a good thing, though.
I don't know if I liked
Is it a good
being
thing?
surprised while I
It's
watched
a good
it.
thing, yeah. I didn't
Because then I
know.
was like, oh, this is not.
Didn't go
what
the way I thought.
yeah. I don't disagree. Here's what I will say. I think it should be illegal. I think they should pass a law. Nothing from the third act of a movie goes into the trailer.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with. Now I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because
But they couldn't show anything else though.
Because the vampires? Is that why?
No, I mean the first half of the film was all about character story.
Well, you could cut some stuff.
How do
up.
you
What
put
if he
that in
shoots
a
the guy in the
trailer?
leg in the town in like the first 10 minutes?
Yep, you could show that.
He pulls a gun and shoots the
I
guy in
guess
the leg.
so, but it's not
Well,
really.
we're showing it like to me. It basically seemed like the movie was going to be this like all out shoot 'em up action
Vampire,
movie.
yeah.
That's true.
And it wasn't that. I'm glad it wasn't that. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I knew that shot was still coming. So I'm like, okay, I know we still have a place to get to where it's going to be this.
I was like, is this scene not in the movie? I felt that. I was like, what about when he was shooting the gun?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Had no, you can't. You're right,
like,
because I had the exact same thought the first time I watched it. It's like when the sun started coming up and the vampire was like dying in the water.
I was like, oh, what about
Wait,
that scene where he's fighting?
And then it takes me out of the movie.
I did have a little bit of excitement when I realized, like, oh, is he going to start shooting the KKK
But
members?
that's what I mean, right? Like it takes me out of the movie, and then I go, well, when would that scene be? Oh, there's no surprise there, or very little, because I've already kind of done the math and went, oh, okay, well, it's probably going to be this then. And then it is that, and it's not the payoff isn't as big for me. I guess I'm getting nitpicky, but and that's not a thing about the movie itself. I'm talking about the marketing stuff. But I just when they do something like that, you're right. They're like, oh, why would they put that in the trailer if it's not in the movie? It's probably
that's
in the
so
movie.
true, because like a kind of a weird example, but it's still a horror. Cabin in the Woods. What I loved about the marketing there is the third act. You do not see. I remember not seeing that in the trailer, and then when they hit the red button and all the fucking monsters come out, I remember that just being so satisfying.
You don't see anything in the trailer. You just think it's a horror film in the woods.
And like this would have been that too. Like if he takes out the Tommy gun and you see the KKK members
Yeah.
show up, I would have been like, oh,
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't even know that that's a thing until the end too, when they explain why they even sold them the barn in the first place.
Yeah.
To make a kill box.
Yeah. Which is so fucking dark.
Yeah.
I know. But I guess very true of that era.
Well, and that's
Holy
just it. Like,
fuck.
there's so many things in this movie that are very true and very dark, and the fact that it doesn't shy away from any of that in any aspect was
Because it was probably worse than that back then.
100%. But it's just like, I don't know. I think it's difficult to make an audience uncomfortable and entertained and surprised. And I think this movie did everything, all of it.
I get that with porno.
Not anymore, right? That's what I mean. Like they.
Oh yeah, they dumbed porno down. There's no story anymore.
Okay, that's what you were in for, right? That's why you got the magazines just for the articles.
There's no plot anymore in porno.
Yeah. Well, what was your favorite plot? Was it the pizza guy? Was it the repairman?
No, I remember when I was young. There was big stories.
Yeah, like
Big
actual,
stories.
like characters and relationships.
I remember one porn I watched from start. I never watched a lot of porns from start to finish.
Okay.
But we always
Well,
had
no, there's always a finish. You just don't get to the end of the video.
No, you. But there was one called Face Jam instead of Space Jam, and it was about a retired basketball player turned porno star.
They did used to make a lot of parody porno movies.
Passenger 69, Face Jam, great film.
Those are the only two that you can think
Face
of.
Jam.
But again, just when DVD sales went the way of the dodo, I guess the internet porn really transformed the porn parody industry.
The only reason why I was able to watch a porn movie from start to finish is because it was a room full of guys, so you weren't like watching 10 minutes to get going.
So why were you and your buddies all watching
My
porn together?
I don't know, why were you around an RV with yours? It's just,
No,
That's,
it's
you're
'cause
right. It's probably
we
the
were-
same kind of
No,
feeling.
because we were the only house on the block that had
A Laserdisc player.
No, a legal satellite.
Okay.
DirectTV. My dad would get the illegal.
Didn't you still
cards.
have to pay for the movies on DirectTV? Oh, it was illegal, so you had access to all of
Yeah,
it.
he was a friend with the guy so you had to put a card. You fill the card up with money, and you put it into the DirectTV slot, and then
Because they had a card on like the front of the box.
card holder.
Wow.
So it's literally like putting card in when
Like
you
a
play
payphone?
video games at a
Arcade.
at an arcade, and it would have an amount of money, and then the guy would make a card that would just
Unlimited.
yeah.
So you didn't have to worry about, and they didn't show up on the bill because it was unlimited, so it
you
didn't
just watch
matter.
it, and it unlocks
I
every
get-
single channel on the DirectTV, and there's like 1,000 channels.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
This is back before we had the internet, or when we did have
Clearly.
the internet, but it was much more
Dial-up?
difficult to
This was
access.
1995.
So dial up and shit. Oh no, not even.
Yeah, dial-up was around in '95, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was pricey
No,
as fuck.
it went right to the dish. So the
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, this was the easiest way to get porn at
but
the
for
time.
satellite, the cord you had to cut a hole in and it would come through the house right into the box.
Yeah, like how we set up the Starlink at your cabin.
Yeah, like that. Yeah,
Yeah, just like that.
It's direct. It's not.
That's why they called it DirectTV.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I remember having a satellite dish growing
We
up.
never had a
My
satellite
grandparents
dish.
did.
But
We had-
apparently, you get a lot of trouble if they find out that
if you're
Illegally.
yeah, because you're stealing.
illegal satellite.
Yeah.
It
You
was
wouldn't
big back
steal a
then.
They
car.
could sue you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Oh, did we talk about that? That you wouldn't steal a car ad? It used pirated music?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fucking crazy.
Isn't that crazy? There
Yeah.
was this ad that used to be like, you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal this, you wouldn't steal that.
But
Why are
it's
you
actually
stealing
mean
movies?
because it affects the artist.
Which part? What the commercial was saying, or the pirated music?
Pirated music, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if you're making music and people are stealing it from you.
Yeah. Well, what if the people stealing it from you were making an ad about how bad pirating is?
Yeah,
but I
that's
stole
the
it
worst.
all the time. LimeWire.
I used to
Napster.
pirate.
Well, that's the thing though. When that stuff started coming of like online and available, when you're a kid, you're like 14 years old on LimeWire and Napster. You don't think of it as like I'm stealing money because you look at this big store with all these CDs. You're like, what the fuck? Who am I stealing this from? I'm not stealing from anyone.
Yeah, but once you can do that, no one's going to be buying the CDs.
Yes, exactly. But when you're 14 years old, you're like, I don't give a fuck. I just want my music. It's on the radio for free. How is this any different?
And the fact that you can download it and then put it right onto a CD yourself.
Yeah, no, like to me when I was doing that shit, it was just like, well, how's this any different than radio? I'm just not. I feel like I'm digital and not analog. I'm not recording it off of the radio. I'm downloading it and then putting it on a CD. Why is that so wrong?
Did you burn CDs?
Fuck yeah, I did.
I did so many.
I still
I
have
burned
a
a million
bunch.
CDs.
Yeah,
But
so many.
Yeah, it was like a guy would buy the album and then share it with everybody. That's what it was, right?
That's not really.
That's like you giving your
'Cause I would
Netflix
do that
account
too.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, they've cracked down on that.
But the same thing.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah, kinda. I guess.
Because it had to get online in the first place. That just means someone actually did buy it, but then they're sharing it with the world.
Someone did. Yeah. But it's
Got
just
bought once.
yeah, exactly. And then how much money went into that to get the album?
Like
made?
LimeWire and Napster were just a sharing platform. It was for someone to download the music. That
And then you download ones that were like shit, or you download ones that was like in the middle of it.
and you're so mad.
They were uploaded by the fucking recording company, like the studios, and they would say like, this has been pirated illegally. Your IP address is being tracked. It wasn't. They couldn't do that.
No.
But they'd put it in the middle of the song.
It
It
ruined
freaked
it,
me
though.
the fuck out.
That would ruin
freak
it
me
though. You
out.
burned it on a CD and you thought that was the song, and then it
Well, I always
said-
double check before I did the burning.
Yeah. You gotta listen to the whole.
Oh yeah, sometimes I didn't.
That's fair. You're impatient.
I also got this software called Nero. And then
That
I
sounds
would
so familiar. Yeah.
I would download TV shows that I couldn't access anywhere else, and I would burn them onto DVDs.
They were
and, like,
bad quality though.
They were shitty quality, and they took up so much space that I could get like 3 episodes on a disc at a time. So I'd have this fucking binder for like one season of a show that had like 8 discs for the.
Yeah, my
for a
dad would
half
do
hour.
that too. Like he had a whole binder, exactly the same thing. All these discs of like Lost season 1, episode 3 to 6.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
there was just no compression software that was good enough for it.
Porn was such bad quality on that too.
I never burned any porn to DVDs.
Never did that. I was too
No.
young.
Just if you're watching it right on your computer.
Oh, you download it from LimeWire. You have to wait. You're like, man, I hope this isn't
Oh
corrupted.
yeah, it takes
Yeah,
like,
I would be like,
it takes like
ooh.
4 hours.
yeah.
And it's a 10-minute scene.
Yeah, kids talk about edging right now. Get some LimeWire porn, buddy. That's edging for you. That's 4-hour wait time.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember getting sat down one time. I shouldn't tell a story. And then my mom was like, this was in the Google history. Why did you do this? I was like, that wasn't me. I'm not a fucking idiot. I know how to hide my history.
Yeah.
There's someone else in my house. Either my
What
dad
did it
or one
say?
of my
What
brothers.
did it say? Sucking soft?
My
or something?
dad. No, I can't even remember what it said, but I was just like, I felt so like not vindicated, but I was just like, oh, like I know this wasn't me, and someone's in shit. It's not me though.
You're like, fuck yeah. I know how to
Yeah,
hide.
exactly. You're kind of like. Like I'm totally safe right now. I'm innocent. I have this innocent feeling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking about downloading porn, so it's not that innocent. But I was just like, this wasn't me at all. I'm off the hook.
But did your mom believe you? Like, how were you able to explain yourself without saying like, hey, I know how to hide my history?
Well, I think I was so cavalier about it that that it was just like not like oh, okay, it obviously wasn't him because like it's like I was not worried about it at all.
Okay.
There was zero like
nah.
oh that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Like it was like I was like no like I don't know, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Like so it was
That's
That's
awesome.
great.
yeah formative years, guys. Formative
Formative
years with
years.
burning DVDs.
Burning DVDs, downloading porn.
And
We're sinners.
so, yeah, that's a good.
I'll never pirate Sinners.
I'll-
I'm gonna
no,
I'm gonna buy that.
I've pre-ordered the 4K.
Yep.
That's also how you know how Amazon got me with the pre-order. Well, we talked a bit in a previous episode about them collapsing the market for not Amazon, but like the market's collapsing for physical media, so not making as much. But the pre-order price was only $34 for 4K.
Wow.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So I'm like, if you want to sell physical media, just if you pre-order it, it's going to be cheaper. And then when it goes on sale, it's going to be more expensive. That'll get more pre-orders, I think. Although I talk to people at work, I'm like, have you seen this movie? They go, no. I'm like, I can lend it to you. They're like, I have nothing to play it on.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like nobody has anything to
no one
play
has
movies
but
on.
PlayStation.
No,
I'm
you
so
need
wow.
a laptop.
Yeah. No laptops have discs anymore.
And no one has PlayStation.
You have to buy an external disk drive.
Are we unique in the way that we have like
I think we're in the minority.
because 10 years ago that was not the case.
No.
That is fucking weird.
Yeah. I think the only way to get disk drive, and even the new PlayStations, they don't come with disk drives. You have to buy it separately.
Yeah, that
Like the PlayStation Pros, PlayStation 5 Pros.
Oh, yeah.
No disk drives built in.
Huh.
You have to, they're selling an optical drive separately.
wow.
Yeah.
That's so there. Wow, even then, that's gonna make people less inclined.
I don't know if we'll
It's crazy.
have discs in 5 years.
So sad.
Fucking
And
sucks.
I'm looking at recording new movies onto VHS tapes to get that old school feel, like that old
Yeah.
quality.
That
Oh, I know
old
that,
school
yeah.
feel.
Imagine Sinners on VHS.
Yeah, that would work perfectly because of the time period.
That'd be
too.
lights out. Take it up to the cabin, watch Sinners on VHS.
Wait, what movie did that? Made it on VHS?
Alien Romulus.
Yes.
Alien Romulus. I was so pissed off I couldn't get a copy. It was only in the States.
that's
They
perfect
made a
for you.
limited run of Alien Romulus on VHS.
That would have been sweet. The box art was so nice.
Yeah, I
too.
know. I was so pissed off. I found out about it, I think, the day after they had announced it, and they were already sold out.
There should definitely be more like things like that.
Well, it's just the cost. And how many people, what's the market for a fucking VHS tape these days? Idiots like me that go on Facebook Marketplace and buy them.
Damn it.
But hey, I love it. I love it. I love the feeling of happiness. The only way I can do that is to relive past experiences.
Aw.
God. Oh, one more thing that we haven't mentioned about Sinners.
Yeah.
Is the ending, like the kind of mid.
Oh, the
Oh.
after credit
Mid-credit
scene. That was
scene,
great.
Jesus.
Best part.
That fucking blew me away.
That was like the ending, even though it was technically during the credits. That was the ending.
Let's not tell them that in this. Let's.
Oh, you want to, if you have
That's gonna be the one thing.
I mean, I guess we haven't really done too many spoilers.
Yeah.
We haven't had any spoilers.
A few I did mention about the vampire dying in the end with the sunlight, but
Okay. I mean, the vampire dies at the end, but we didn't say anything about what happens with
No,
anyone
just-
else. So
just stay till
that's
the-
true. We didn't say.
Yeah.
Stay for the after
I know a lot of
credits.
people that saw the movie. They didn't understand it, like in terms of like the actual dialogue, which I did find the dialogue a little bit tricky to navigate at some points.
Sometimes.
Really?
A little bit. There's a couple sentences here and there.
But I liked that it was authentic. I felt
Not
like it
because
was-
they were like, yeah, I think it was just because maybe the balance of, again, a Christopher Nolan thing, the balance of dialogue to like
yeah.
background was a little maybe
Okay, yeah.
even.
I understood it pretty well.
And then none of them stayed for the mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
No one saw it. Like the people at work that went and saw it, they had no idea that scene was there.
Well, they must have left quick then, because it's just like I've seen it twice now. It only does a few things. and
It's
then it
like,
goes
yeah,
into-
but like most movies we see, everyone's like, the second the credits
Yeah,
roll,
you're
they're
right.
fucking gone.
I think even in our theater, people were leaving before that.
Only a
part.
couple.
Yeah.
Only a couple left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, stay for the mid-credit scene.
Yeah,
There's
okay.
also a post-credit scene.
Yes.
but
I do know that.
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
It's just a
it's not-
tag.
It's,
more
yeah, it's
of
not
a-
informative to the
It's a
movie
pin.
at all. Yeah.
It's a pin on the end.
Highly recommend. Definitely
yeah,
see Sinners
yeah.
if you haven't.
Great film.
Yep. Amazing film.
And now we're gonna go see Until Dawn.
Which
Yeah.
we've have you played the video game?
Yeah, I
Okay,
played
so-
it with you. You
Oh,
fucking
my
idiot.
played it
God.
in Pemberton. You were pissed.
Yeah, I was very drunk.
So we'll
That
see
was
how
the
that
second
goes.
play. We played it twice.
I know, and I've played it. I've played so many times, so I just
I don't have high
forget it.
hopes, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know,
Apparently it's
fingers
very-
crossed.
It's not the most faithful game adaptation.
Well, that
so-
could be a good thing. I don't
And then
know.
we played the second one, and it was short. The story was short.
There's a second one.
You
Yeah.
mean the other? Oh, the Quarry.
Corey. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That also wasn't that scary. I was kind of
No. Also,
It was kind of nice that we could pass the controller around because we picked characters.
Yeah,
yeah,
though.
the
and we
best
only
part.
got 2 people killed.
Yeah, I wish we got more.
Yeah.
I
wanted
didn't
them
want
all
that
dead.
guy killed that we got killed because he survived, and then we got him killed.
Yeah, well, fuck them. Who cares?
The boyfriend.
Yeah, the boyfriend. Yeah, remember he survived the whole ordeal.
Oh, yeah.
And we did one wrong move, and he gets murdered right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, sucks to suck, I guess. Guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We love
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Front to back, wipe
There-
it, wipe
yeah.
it, front to back. Don't get shit in your pussy.
Swag out.
Okay.
Swag out.
Aye.